Now I'm sure I'm going to catch a bunch of hell for this. And there's going to be all these purists and stuff. They're going to call me, oh, you bubba the gun, you messed it up, you righteously ruined it. But I'm going to put this out there just for giggles. This is a Remington 1148. This one was made in 1956. Just because some people are anal about it. Nothing in the magazine. Chamber's empty. Semi-automatic. This is recoil operated. This is not a gas operated one. Your 1187s and your 1100s, they use a totally different barrel. It looks very similar, and really this was the basis for those, but the way that this works, it uses recoil operation. It's the same design as the Browning Auto 5 or the A5. It's John Browning's design, which uses a recoil spring inside the forearm here, and as the shot goes, it forces the barrel back, which forces the bolt back, throws out your shell, chambers your next one. Now the difference between this and the Browning, however, this is a refined version of the Browning. Comes apart same as a 870, 1187, pretty much all your Remingtons will all come apart the same way on this. But you unscrew your cap here. Sorry, put this up on the table you have to pull back on the forearm to take the pressure off of it. But take off your forearm there. And as you can see here, this long spring that they got here differs from the Browning in that you do not have a little ring to flip around. You have a one-size-fits-all spring with this. This one you do not have to change out when going from a light load to a heavy load and back. This will do everything. You can shoot 7.5 birdshot, this cheap Walmart, buy 100 rounds for 20 bucks or so. You can shoot that and then right away, or even in the same magazine, have loaded 1 ounce deer slugs. It'll pop them right through. No problems. Being that this is an old design, there are some things where I don't know if it's a design issue or if it's just because it's old or what. If you're doing a lot of shooting, like when you take it out and you're just blowing the crap out of stuff, melons and things like I do, you may run into an issue with the shells sticking in the chamber. And probably my theory is that back in the day they used to have cardboard or paper tubes or even metal shells as opposed to these plastic boogers like they got nowadays, these little things like so. And when that barrel gets hot enough, when you chamber one of the things in there, it could melt that plastic just a little bit and it'll stick. I've already had that happen once, but you can unstick it. It gets a little tricky, but basically it consists of you unscrew the cap, take it off, and you can either well, of course you want to unload the magazine and you want to make sure you're pointing it in a safe direction. If you're out in the middle of nowhere, point it straight in the air. But you have to kind of bounce it a little bit. You get the shell to basically your barrel to shoot back to work the bolt. I don't know, it sounds like gibberish, but trust me, it's fixable without, you don't have to take it to a gunsmith to have it, removed. But anyways, other than that, it shoots straight. It shoots damn near anything in 2 3/4. This will not do 3-inch. This is not chambered for that. So you are limited to 2 3/4 inch 12 gauge shells. But really, I don't know about y'all, but I really don't have any use for 3-inch. I'm not shooting friggin' buffalo. This here is just, for what it is great for plinking, for hunting, for home defense. And I have modified this. This originally was a 28-inch barrel modified choke. I really don't need a 28-inch barrel. I came across this at a cheap enough price. I paid about $150 for this at a gun show. And for the money, and it's not a collector's item. I don't really care if it's devalued, but I went ahead and took 8 inches off the barrel, so now I have a 20-inch. Still functions perfectly fine, even though it's a recoil operated and it uses the barrel to chamber the next round. Still functions perfectly. And it has 2 beads. It had one on the end and then it has one here in the middle. Aiming with this one, a little tricky. but it works. And as far as home defense, you're really not looking for precision. If you're looking at a range of less than 20 feet on average, yeah, it's pretty much point and shoot. So there again, I mean, it'll shoot anything you want, 2 3/4 inch. It works great. It's reliable as hell. You could probably pick one of these up for around, I paid $150. You could probably get them that cheap, but it'll probably run you that much to $250. And being it's a semi-auto shotgun, they don't sell cheap. But I would honestly take one of these over a gas-operated one because the ports don't clog. You just have a spring, and that's it. Real simple, real easy for a shotgun to take apart. Comes apart the same as any other. You have your 2 pins that you knock out here, just like an 870. You just take those out, and if you've seen any video on how to do it, you've seen it. So, and all I've added on this, other than modifying the barrel, and I've repainted the stock and stuff because the finish was just crap. It was gone. But all I've done other than that was just adding this little sleeve on here for my 5 shells. And I keep it loaded with 7.5 for home defense, and that's all I really need. It's been a really great gun overall. The stock's cracked here, but you could probably make a stock from an 1187 or 1100 fit on there with just a little bit of modification, because it does have the recoil spring tube that goes through the stock right here. As far as recoil, it is better than pump, but not as light as a gas operated. This does have a kick, and if you shoot slugs, you'll feel them, believe me. If you look at one of my other videos of my girlfriend shooting it, she can tell you it hurts. But 7.5, not bad at all. Buckshot, and number 4 shot, yeah, it's kind of between. So, but anyways, if you can score one for cheap and get one in decent shape, grab one. They're great guns, great shotgun, very versatile, very reliable, and made in USA. It's Remington. It's old school classic. So there you are. Thanks for watching.